shit.
With our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my frozen co-host, Bamboo.
What up? What up? I'm not frozen now.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Well, I apologize. For some reason, it seemed like I'm freezing out this.
Guys, as much as I say shut up, Bam, I am not making him do it. I'm not doing it on purpose this time.
He's lying. He's clicking the button.
If he freezes, it's all on his own. It has nothing to do with me.
People, pay attention to the background noises. Click, 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 click. He be clicking. He be clicking. You know. So what's going on?
I would have been clicking up fucking about 100 episodes ago. What are you talking about, man? Anyways, man, we have a dope show tonight, man. We have a special guest. We're gonna get her on soon. We're gonna talk about DMX. You know, rest in peace. One hell of a actor, one hell of an artist. We'll get into that. But for now, let's let the people know where they can follow us. Like our Facebook page. That's at Shooting the Shit. Click on the like button. You can stream all our live videos. This is live. You can comment, be a part of the show. Tell us how wrong we are, because we usually are. We need you people to give us the right information, you know? You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. That's at Shooting the Shit Podcast. Subscribe. Press the notification button. I'll let you know when we go live. Once this show's all done, Bam Bam's on his phone, got all sneaky there. It gets uploaded on all major streaming platforms. That's like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. And that's at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. What were you checking on your phone, Bam? Someone messaging you?
No.
He's frozen. Yes. And you heard no clicking this time. No clicking. You froze, brother. No clicking. Had nothing to do with me.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's
all right. You got AT&T. I get it. Anyways, let's get our special guest on Wednesday night. We're going to have, you know, a typical Shooting the Shit, talking about topics. Let's get her on right now. We got Miss LaRose. Miss Rose, what's up?
What up, Duss?
Yo.
What up, Bam? How are you guys?
Good. I'm so happy to get you
chilling.
back on. You know what I mean? You're one of our favorite guests.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be back on. I love chilling with you guys and shooting the shit. So what are we talking about today?
Today's about Mr. DMX, the rise and fall. I've you know what I mean? I don't really like to do these tributes too much, because I'm not a guy to hop on. I hate when people hop on death. But we're talking about one hell of an interesting character here.
Absolutely.
Like DMX, we're talking about a guy like when I grew up, you're probably a lot younger than we are. So when we grew up, we were kind of, you know, I was getting to the club. But the first question I want to ask before I get into any of that, which DMX song were you attracted to first? Either you pick first.
I would say, I don't know about first because it was such a long time ago, but the one that sticks the most with me is Party Up. Like, you know, Up in Here. Like,
yes,
that is like my childhood anthem. You know, the school dances.
Yep. Like
just chilling with friends. Like, I just remember being a kid, carefree, and that song was blasting in every car, in every party, and that's my childhood right there, man. DMX, R.I.P. That's my childhood.
I gotta give you that, because as a DJ, dropping that beat from the beginning, the whole place erupts. Like, up in here, you just drop in the whole crowd. You're just like, DMX. I have to thank him for, as a DJ, to give me these bangers to play. By the way, you know, it helped me out a little bit. Bam, what about you?
It was Get At Me, dog.
Ooh.
It was Get At Me, dog, for the simple fact that he used EPMD's beat to do that track. A lot of people don't realize that's EPMD's beat.
And this is the same beat that the guys from Canada, Northern Touch, right?
Northern Touch used, yep.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
He caught an old school dude, you know what I mean? Oh, EPMD, and he just coming off blazing. I'm like, nasty, you know?
Jermaine says Rough Riders Anthem. That's me, man. Same thing. Alex. Yep, absolutely. Diaz.
Of course.
That was me. This is, guys, you have to understand, we had this club that we used to sneak in when we were 17, sneaking into and here in Quebec, they're you have to be 18 to get in, right? So we'd sneak in there, and, you know, I don't know, the bouncers let us in. I don't think there's any rules in Quebec anyways. We think we're sneaking in, but they're just letting us in. So we get in there, and there was two major tracks at that time, and it was Rough Riders Anthem and Noriega's Super Thug. If you missed those two tracks, you did not want to be, you might as well have gone the fuck home. That's how hype these tracks were. Like, the whole place used to erupt. And there wasn't too many tracks after that I felt that same type of energy, but this guy's impact was fantastic. Rough Riders Anthem, I know, I agree. See, these guys, I know a few of these guys, we're about that same age group, so that energy, like you were saying, about being at school. That you know what I mean. That one track party. What is it? Party up in here. You know, that's the one that brings out. But Rough Rider. But Get at Me, Dog. I like that. I didn't know that was an EPMD though track though. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
No, Bam. Were you still in New York when he was blowing up?
No, I was here.
You were here. Did you have any? You're here to the street when you were younger about him battling people and stuff.
No.
No.
No. I had no indication of DMX before I left. You know what I mean? When I left, to be honest with you, the only people that I knew about that was out that didn't touch Canada yet was MOP. You know?
Oh,
and
yes, that's right.
I kept warning everybody, yo, MOP's coming, MOP's coming, MOP's coming. They're like, yeah, whatever. And then Annie Up kick drop, everybody lost their fucking marbles. You know?
Oh, that song too is hard.
I want to bring up a little something here of DMX right here. This guy sold 23.3 million albums. Oof. Insane. 8 studio albums, 46 singles, 5 compilations, and 24 hits. 24 music videos. This guy's been in at least 11 movies. Here's 4 right there. Exit Wounds, Cradle to the Grave, Romeo Must Die, and Belly are some of the fucking movies that's been on. Like, this guy was also underrated as an actor.
Yes.
He's a legend.
He's pretty good. He's
Like,
pretty good.
under goddamn rated as an actor. Like, and the thing, I was looking, you know, obviously doing my research before we were doing this podcast about DMX. I didn't know at the time that Rough Riders were just a management team. They weren't a label yet. And Puff Daddy didn't want to sign him because he wasn't blinged out enough. Because he was too you know what I mean? And I'm like, God damn, boy, why not? What a mistake.
Well, Diddy lost out big time on that because he didn't sign them dudes and he lost the Locks right behind him too. Because the Locks left and went to Rough Riders.
I think it was the opposite, if I'm right. I think it's the opposite. I think you should do your homework, Bam Bam, because I did mine.
There was a documentary on BET about it, about the whole history of the Rough Riders and how the evolution of DMX, and it's pretty dope.
Now, what about how would you, like this? We missed out on a super team. Jay, Ja Rule, and DMX.
Right.
You know, and I heard it was obviously the competitive nature of Ja Rule. I mean, DMX and Jay-Z. Would you have not, like, did they ever? I don't think they've even come up with a track with them 3, have they? No. See, and I wish I would have at least felt something with them 3. I wish I would have I don't
know. I don't see it. I mean,
why not?
It could be a super group, but
what do you mean you don't see it?
I find X and Ja sounds very close in tone.
Okay.
It's funny that
I mean?
you say that. It's funny that you say that because Irv Gotti, I guess you could say he discovered X. And I remember seeing like an interview where Irv was saying that the songs that Ja Rule had, X would be like, those are my songs. I could have done those songs. And then Irv would be like, no, that's not your style. Like, stop.
I see what Bam is saying, though. I see that. See, I'm just super fan. You know what I mean? I see 3 major guys, you know what I mean, get together and make some, you know, I wish I would have got to see it. You know what I mean? But I think individually, I think they all did well, of course, on their own career. Yeah. And maybe teaming up with 3, it might have taken one from the other. Have you guys heard about this rap battle between Jay-Z versus DMX? Okay. A lot of people say DMX got him by a little bit. But the thing, there's no video of it. There's Jay's video of it, but there's no documented video of DMX on this battle.
That's interesting. Like, so there's no trace of it. It's just like a legendary.
It's literally two guys. They were in this one room it was a pool hall, and they stood on the pool table and went at it. You can't see X in it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. There's something to do with I don't even know if it was a label at the time or him trying to get signed, but they didn't want anything out there because no, his lyrics weren't copywritten. That's what it was. So they didn't want someone else to use his rhymes, etc. So they weren't copywritten. They're like, fuck that. But there is a clip of Jay doing it. And I was just like, how the hell did someone have a camera back then and we missed out on it?
I know, right? Hell? It's just like it's lost in time. And like Jay actually didn't Jay also battle Busta Rhymes too? They went to the same high school. I think they have, yes, I have heard that. Yeah. There's so many legendary battles that we just do not have documented, and it's just a shame. It's just a shame.
Then it came too late, man.
You know what? I say yes. I say yes because I'm a selfish human being, and the fact that I want to see this footage and hear these. I get it,
Me
but
too.
but at the end of the day, fuck the internet. I think it fucked everything up. So who would have known this? Come on, DMX would have been in jail a lot sooner if there was an iPhone back then or something. Man, let's be real here. You know what I mean? Now, the craziest stories I would hear about D was him robbing people, not with a gun, but with his dog.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and what does he say? He goes, the bullet goes straight, the dog will catch you. You know what I mean? Around the corner. And I was like, God damn, man, that is absolutely insane. I was just like, but you know, I always feel, people come from, let's say from D's background, and he's actually, he's poor, he's robbing people. Some people, it happens. You know what I mean? But from that to the success that he got, and back into drugs, man, guys, really? Like, you don't think there should have been a friend out there that would have been like, what the fuck you doing? No?
That's the irony though, because if you listen to his story, he says when he was 14, the guy that he looked up to, like his OG, is the one that gave him the lace blunt to begin with, right? So he was kind of condemned from the very beginning.
Yeah, I know, but it's you know what I mean, and I know success. Let's be realistic. He's not the only rapper or rock star, we'll say, that gets it deep into drugs after success, right? So, but the thing is, I just don't understand how there wasn't another dude. Because if Bam wasn't becoming a big fucking full blown junkie, I would do everything in my best. Fuck, you know what I mean? Just to get his head level. Like, fuck making money. Just, hopefully he lives a little longer and he stops freezing on this show. You know what I mean? But I mean,
right.
Sometimes you can't help people that don't want any help. Right, Alex? You're right.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
No, you weren't.
I was.
That's why Alex is
It's
on
hard
the
to help.
show.
It's really. If they don't want to help themselves, man, you know what I mean. They're going to find a way.
Okay.
To do what they need to do.
I have the ultimate question here, and I've tried looking it up on the internet. How many kids does he have?
I don't know, bro.
17, I think. I think I read it yesterday. 17.
Oh yeah, you read it? I read that he had 13, 15, and 19.
Okay, so
you got the 17. I skipped that. I skipped that one.
You know what? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine, but at least we know it's like over 13.
That's the over on it. No.
Right?
The coolest thing I read, and I'm not sure if you guys read this, Jay and Beyonce end up buying his masters and giving it to his kids.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read something today that said that was false. Apparently, Swiss came out and said that was false.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay. Let's rewind back to the world of the internet. Lies, Bam. Lies.
Fake
This
news.
is why.
Fake news.
Fake news. Everything. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, it's so nice of them. And then 2 days later, I'm like, fucking jerks. You know what I mean?
So the real question would be, who actually owns his masters?
That's a great question.
Is it Rough Riders or Def Jam?
I don't know.
I
don't know, man. I just now with obviously the world of the internet, and let's say with YouTube and stuff, we got to learn more about the music business, right? And these fucking bastards belong to you artists. They belong to you guys. This is your music. You know what I mean? Like, for any fucking moron in the back office that owns anything of yours that you created makes me sick to my stomach. That shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't, but it does.
They capitalize off ignorance and that poverty mentality, right? Like, when you come from nothing and someone's dangling 10 grand in your face, it's nothing to the corporations, but to someone who has nothing, it's like, yo, that's 10 grand. And you sign your life away and it's on paper. So, ignorance.
And I think it started with the songwriters. Somebody would write a really great song, and I'll buy that song from you and make someone else sing it, and they own the rights to the damn song, and you know what I mean. And the artists who performed it don't own nothing, right? So that's where I think it stemmed from.
That's great. Now the verses, DMX versus Snoop Dogg, we all watched. I was one of the first ones actually that were on. Were you guys? Did you think that was a great matchup? Did you guys enjoy it?
I enjoyed it.
Good matchup.
I didn't think it was a good matchup when I first heard it, but after watching it, I thought it was fantastic. And it was nice to see two guys and really enjoying each other's musics too. You know what I mean? It was really it was dope. It was definitely dope.
I think there was something unique about that particular verses because everybody else came in with like a this is me versus you type of mentality.
Yep.
That verses was more like I appreciate you, you appreciate me. We're not even battling. We're just having a reminiscing moment.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. They were having more fun than me watching it. You know what I mean? And it was supposed to be technically something competitive, but it wasn't. It was like they were thankful towards each other about what they've done. And you know what? Two guys, that created some big bangers. I really did appreciate that. You can't get me wrong. A dog versus a dog. I was like, you know what? When you look it up, it was done well, man. It was done really, really well. Now there is another rumor, the internet rumor. Guys, do not listen to this podcast as facts. I am telling you, nothing I say is real. I'm just giving it to you straight from what I saw on the internet without clicking, just because it was a topic of conversation.
Everything's allegedly.
Everything is 90% wrong, but supposedly he DMX actually got an album done before he died. That'd be interesting.
That'd be good.
And if it's not a full album, hopefully there's a few other singles out there, and hopefully the masters are going to be bought and given to his kids, and so on and so forth. I would really agree. But the thing is, I don't know, man. I get excited when I see some of these old cats coming back out and breaking out again, and I'm like, it's fun. It's fun to watch,
Of course.
Bam. You never. Oh, Bam, did you freeze? Bam froze again. Oh, there he is.
I know. I was saying back to the verses, E40 and Too Short, E40 and Too Short. That was a good one too. You know what I mean? They enjoyed each other company and they just do their thing and they had them bangers.
But what was crazy is if you look at the verses and then you actually watch DMX on Drink Champs, it looks like he's got his shit together. Like, you know what I mean? You're actually rooting for him. You were actually like, cool, man. Like, he's brought back out in the spotlight a little bit. He's bringing up his career, and and everyone's really thankful of him. And then for this to happen, does anyone know? Either of you know if it was actually an overdose that caused this heart attack to cause him to? Do you guys know?
Okay. If you want to say something, Bam, and that fill my alternative brain on this. Okay, the floor is mine. Okay.
We're waiting.
So the media started off saying it was an overdose, of course. The media loves using that for everybody. But immediately after, if you look at the headlines, it just says massive heart attack, massive heart attack. Right. And the thing is that allegedly his family came out and said that, well, he got that heart attack a few days after he got the COVID-19 vaccine.
They don't want that to come out.
And that's circulating all over the internet. So, I mean, everything's allegedly. Don't listen to me, Duss. Like you said, everything I'm saying is 99% false, for protection purposes. But if you search the web, many sources are saying that his family claimed that it happened after the vaccine. So, and, good old media loves to cover up and choose the narrative.
Of course.
Right?
True.
Who knows?
This is an actual fact. This is people recovering drug addicts. If you've done enough drugs in the past, it can still catch up to you even if you quit doing them.
Absolutely.
So you know what I mean? And it's sad to say that this guy has done so much drugs in his life, and the media will use the fact that this caused his heart attack. But realistically, if you actually look, this could have been caused from what he did 3 years ago. You know what I mean? It's your heart can only take so fucking much. But that's obviously news that they don't want to come out. The COVID vaccine did not kill him. Stop saying that. But like I want to tell people, don't blame us. Blame Google, because that's what we look at. That's my news form. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, if you read it on social media, then it has to be true. How do you know? I've been looking at your page, G-Rock, for some social media news.
Actually. And sorry to interrupt you.
No.
It's like, it's not even on Google. So Google shadow banned that search inquiry. You have to go to DuckDuckGo, which is the alternative search engine, to even get the articles talking about that version of the news. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, what is it called again?
DuckDuckGo.com.
Okay, I think there was an old man from work. He's a conspiracy craziness, right? He does not hit Google. I think that's what he brought up to me. He looks at his news on something else. I remember him telling me this. It's like, don't go on there. That's all bullshit. And he goes crazy. You know what? I wish I can get this guy on the podcast. He's my favorite guy, man. Like, he's crazy though. But it's just you know what, it's a true legend. DMX, even up to my upbringing to yours, you know what I mean, with some of the biggest hits that he's brought on the planet, some of the biggest party tracks of all time, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
You know what? Let's talk about his music videos with the four-wheelers and the fucking motorcycles. Like, Jesus Christ, that was so cool. You know what I mean?
I don't even know how that happened, man. Like, it just biker club all of a sudden just fucking erupted. It's like,
exactly, man.
where do you motherfuckers come from?
I know. It was the videos were dope. You know what I mean? Eve got a chance to blow up through Rough Riders. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, first lady.
She was signed to Dre, then she got dropped, and then you know what I mean. And fuck, no offense to Dre, but she stuck it to him good, man. She did a great job on Rough Riders. You know what I mean? Like, great job, great job. But you know what? One of my favorite, honestly, is aggressiveness. If I ever came out to an MMA fight, DMX will probably be playing in the background when I come out of that curtain. You know what I mean? That's my type of guy, man. You know, the fact that he lived a crazy life and he lived till the age of 50, as much as I'd love to see him live longer, that's still a pretty good accomplishment, as fucked up as he was. You know what I mean? But you were bringing up COVID about hidden facts, and I saw something on Instagram with you getting a bit angry about getting ink. Am I right? You had problems getting you it wasn't essential. What was that?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So like I just finished my courses, but I was in UFT taking some courses, like obviously online because they closed the university, and I run my business from home. So like I need to print shit like on a daily basis. So I had to print something urgently. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Walmart, buy some ink, whatever. I go to Walmart, tell me why the ink section is closed. Like not even the ink, because it's in the electronics.
That's what it was.
Yes,
okay.
so the ink is in the electronic section, and the whole electronic section is just closed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I get it. Obviously, an iPad isn't essential. Or, well, it is actually.
I was just gonna say that. I swear to God.
Right? But like, okay, maybe a video game isn't. Whatever. But tell me why I walk down the aisle. I'm like, okay, I'm at Walmart. I'm gonna buy soap. I'm already here. Why is wax? You can buy wax to wax your body. Why is that available to buy? But I can't buy ink.
See, I don't know. Like, who's making these damn decisions?
Mr. Ford.
How do you feel about Mr. Ford, by the way?
I like him.
You like him?
He's stupid. Every time I hear him, he says something fucked up. I love it.
I love how Bam uses their whole government as a source of entertainment.
I'm at that age where you just sit and listen to him, and you see between the lines, right? And it's just like,
No,
he really gonna say that? Like, oh well, blah blah blah. They're blaming each other. Trudeau saying we getting the vaccines in. He's saying Trudeau ain't giving us enough vaccines. It's like, which one is it, motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like, you opened up a bunch of fucking vaccine shops and you ain't got enough. Well, why you even opened up? You know what I mean?
Let's just say the universe took the wrong Ford from us, because his brother,
was nuts.
Brother was here, it would be a totally different story. I respect his brother. R.I.P. to his brother, but Mr. Dougie over here.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think Dougie being elected, do you think he ran on his brother's coattails a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Absolutely.
I think his big media thing was, vote for me and I'll have some dollar beer. I'm like, is this that's our fucking problem right now? Dollar beer, like cheaper beer. That's what we need to fix. Like, cut the fuck out of here. No, but it was just something that I needed you to explain. Because I saw you're like, ink, I can't get some fucking ink, and I was like, oh, I love hearing this stuff, because I would have never went and bought ink, right? Because, but you're right, like, you're going to school and you need some shit to be printed, and why, you said the iPad, then we agree that it was, but let's be realistic. I'm not going to sell you a video game, but you're stuck at home losing your fucking mind as mental health. Maybe the video game is what's going to entertain my ass for the next 28 fucking day lockdown, no?
Absolutely.
So, like, you can't judge what I need and what I don't need.
And it's also laziness, because if we're going to do that, then because we're in 2021. there must be a way to fucking inventory all your shit. And if I bring this to the counter and scan it and it's not essential, then don't sell it to me. But don't just close aisles, because that's lazy. Because in between every aisle, there's something essential and there's something non-essential in every aisle.
True.
It's just laziness.
Facts. No, I totally get that. That makes no fucking sense. I'm just we talked about it backstage. It's been what, we're going on 13 months now.
Oh, God, yes.
And we're going nowhere fast. So it's starting to be ridiculous. I had my mind made up for about a year. I said, fuck it, let's eat it. Let's get through winter, then let's start the spring and summer strong. And we're not. And we all talked about it too. We have friends down in the States and they're going buck wild, enjoying their lives. What the fuck are we doing wrong?
Oh my God. And China's having concerts, like music festivals. And I'm not going to talk about the origins and blah, 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 blah.
No.
But how are they having music festivals and living the fucking life? And we're here just like looking at the wall.
Because they've been wearing masks
their whole lives?
years ago. They've been wearing masks since 5 years ago.
Okay, that's a good point. But they're also living on top of each other.
Well, you know.
We could at least be 6 feet away. They don't have that option over there. So it all has it's I don't know. It drives me bananas. It came from there. You would think they would have had it the absolute fucking worst. Now what drives me bananas, it's at one point they're like, everyone needs to come back home. Right? Come back home. Everyone gets on their planes. Their trips are fucking shortened. Everything's all good. And all of a sudden, I know people are back on planes traveling again. What the? Whoa. Like, I can't do this. I don't understand. Over a year ago, we set a 28-day plan to flatten the curve. Yeah. Good job, E-Rock. It's true. 28 days. Well, I don't know if these motherfuckers can count because it's been like almost 400 and I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit, It's
been 2 more weeks for the last year. Like, I'm over it.
Yeah. They are communists. If you leave their house, the army will shoot you. You know what?
It's communism. Mm-hmm.
But okay, I get it. I get that they were communism, and they took it. But they also, if you want to look at some details, China built a fucking plant for like some sort of hospital in like 4 days.
I remember that.
I have a building. I have a building here in Ottawa that's been 6 years. I'm still delivering shit to. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, so these guys went, okay, there's something fucking serious. We got to make some serious measures there. Here, they're just like, open it, close it, open it. No one knows what the fuck's going on. Yeah. I don't know what the red means. I don't know what the gray means. I don't know. I don't even know. I just know people say, no, you can't do that today. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do anymore.
I remember there was some whistleblowers from China, and during that time saying that it was like a concentration camp. They were just killing people. And again, it's just all allegedly. I don't know anything. I don't know shit. Okay. But I'm just saying, these are people from China. It was in Chinese and they translated the video and they're like, these hospitals aren't what the media is portraying them to be. So you know what? Who knows? Who knows?
It's I don't know. This is for me. I'm at the end of my rope with this situation of keeping me in here, keeping me locked up. Don't get me wrong. I saved a bit of money and I paid some of my bills, and I get it. There was a positive side to this for me. But let me out and play a little bit. You know what I mean? I want to play now. I want to go and play with my friends. I want to see Bam besides this computer here. You know what I mean? I don't like this shit anymore. But
just
right?
Just gotta be patient, people. Just gotta be patient.
All right, I got another subject that was super weird that came up probably on my satellite radio, and it was a transgender, like I guess it was a man turning into a woman, are allowed to play in professional sports.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that on Joe Rogan. Actually, he spoke about that.
How? And okay. I'm gonna say my piece here. I get we're not trying to stop anyone from doing anything. I get that. And you can't, they've taught us now, listen, don't judge, let them be. But if you turned me into a woman, I will smash some women. You know what I mean? Like, it is not absolutely fair in certain circumstances, and especially in something like mixed martial arts or something physical. You know what I mean? Now, what are your Bam? I want to know. You and I almost discussed about this, and we stopped because I said, "Fuck that." What's your aspect on this? Do they let them perform? And I shouldn't say they, the transgenders.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from with the transgender situation, and like I said, it's not right for me and you as men to say, hey, you can play, you can't play. They're not playing with us; they're playing with the women. I think the women should be the ones who judge if they play or not. You get what I mean? So they should be able to make the rules up for that particular situation in whatever sport that they're playing.
Should there be a transgender league? I don't know. I don't know what to make.
Physical. There's some physical changes, So, like I said, it's the women who should be setting the rules and the goals, and who can play, who can't play, and stuff.
But
like
how
that.
now the gray areas? How do you tell them not to play? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't think they should because it's not fair. But then how do you say all of a sudden we're going to accept you of becoming a man from a woman? Blah, there's a but there, but you can't play in the WNBA, or you can't fight in mixed martial arts. What do you do?
Well, and this is why I said the women should be making the regulations and whatnot for that scenario. Now, I would give them their own league, personally. You know what I mean? Because now it's all fair in a sense.
Yeah. Do you have any opinions about this?
I mean, before I give my opinion, just because it's such a gray area and such a subject, and like, I'm speaking this into existence, by the way. In a year or two from now, when I'm like famous and stuff, I don't want this interview to come back. Oh, Jackie.
Of course.
But here's
Blame me. Say Bam told me to say it.
It was Bam's fault.
Yes.
Here's my opinion. I respect anybody living their truth. I'm nobody to go against that. But when it comes to physical sports, I'm just saying there's a reason why there's a heavyweight and there's a lightweight.
That's right.
There's a reason why there's a Paralympic and there's regular.
True.
So, transgender women and men entering the sports arena is a new thing. So we're learning how to accommodate that, right?
Yes.
Do we need to make a league for transgenders? Perhaps. Or do we need to test these individuals beforehand to see how much testosterone is in their body, and if they don't exceed a certain amount, then they can participate, or other hormones. I'm not a doctor. I don't know the hormone names.
Yeah.
But maybe we might need to measure certain hormones, and if you fall within this category, okay, you can go. But for example, when is her name Fallen Fox, the transgender woman that cracked the skull of her opponent within 2 minutes?
I was just going to ask Alex who the hell that was.
Yeah. So it's like, is it a coincidence that within 2 minutes you crack somebody's skull? Maybe not. Right. But again, this is new to all of us. So maybe there might need to be a way to determine her strength. Was it testosterone? Was it hormones? Was it, I don't know. But we need to find a better way to categorize these leagues. And
Yes.
and I don't mean transgender versus non, because if they identify as a woman, they're a woman. Fine. I just mean to make it fair. The same way that lightweight exists, the same way.
Of course. Yes.
We just need to make it fair. That's all I care about.
Right.
See, Alex says, have a transgender league and let them fight other trans athletes. Imagine Brock Lesnar becoming a woman. I get it. And that's something that let's be realistic. Being a transgender thing is still fairly new. So she's absolutely right in the fact that we have to do the testing and figure out what's fair and what's not, right? As of right now, as you guys said, she smashed some girl's skull. As of right now, probably not the fairest thing to do, right? So, but it's again, fighting is just different. It becomes more challenging because no one thought, everyone's like, okay, accept me as a woman. But now it's like, are you going to accept me as an athlete, fighting other women now? You know what I mean? So it gets a little bit, that area is a little bit fishy.
It's a gray area. It's definitely a gray area.
And that's why I say I think the women should be the one who set the goals and parameters for these leagues, because, you got a man coming in, so it's, bottom line is they're a little bit stronger, so you're not going to have them fight a middleweight woman fighter. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna fight a heavyweight woman fighter. You know what I mean? At least try to balance it out or something just to see if it works or not, right? Because
Bam, what if you became a transgender and some girl knocked you out anyways?
it can happen now. I won't
This is
even
facts. I was trying to give him a bit of like, yeah, but it's right. That's right.
No, they probably knock me out now. You know, you see these female MMA fighters? I'm not
No.
getting in the ring with them.
Are you crazy? We have a friend that's
Stupid.
from a friend of the show. She's 120 pounds. I wouldn't fight her, man. Like,
In
you
the ring with her? You crazy? You know?
know what? I take that back. Even if I was trans, she'd whoop my ass. You're right. So you know what? Let them fight then. Who gives a shit then?
And I ain't got no problem being knocked out by a woman. I'm gonna get up and pick my tail up, and I'm fucking leaving. I don't give a fuck. You know.
And if that happened, it'll be aired on this podcast right here.
Yes, indirect. I
And
want to be
I
there. I want to
don't
be
care.
there to narrate.
You know, I ain't got nothing to prove. Shit.
He's gonna be like, delete that. Delete that.
I ain't let,
Edit that out.
let the people see. You know what I mean? Let the people see what happens when you're fucking with the wrong people. That's what happens. You know?
Yes.
Tell you. Nah, I mean,
Alex,
some
did I
women-
hear about her getting? Yes, I heard. We're actually getting cut in from Wise back on here.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she got fined coming back from yeah. I don't think it's Dubai. I think it's Abu
Yeah,
Dhabi.
that-
She
I
came
think
back
that
there.
today.
Yeah, and she friend of the shows, right? We became friends after getting her on here, and she and cool story, right? Like she won her fight. You know, she's from Montreal. You know, we big her up as much as we can, and then I see she's like, oh, when am I going to come back on the show? And I was like, soon. And then I see this. She got fined for not quarantining. Right? Is that what it was? Yeah. She came back, and then they were trying not to get. I don't know the full story, and I'm kind of happy because I want to get her on the show. But I was like, damn, thank God I didn't interview her a week ago. I would have lost this great story that would have been so interesting. But she got fined, which again, do you guys think it's fair for her to fly over there? She must have got COVID tested back and forth. Must have airports and all, right? And for her to come back and get fined, if you are COVID negative, what the fuck are you getting fined about?
Everything is so new. Like, and again, aside from the athletic part of it, even COVID, it's like everything's so new, and we're just like we're maneuvering as we go. It's really hard to say what's legit, what's not. Like, for example, if someone flies in a private jet and you got tested, like, do you even need to quarantine if it was negative? And if the tests are that effective, air quotes.
She got COVID tested seven times. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Have you guys ever been COVID tested?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to stick that shit up my nose.
No.
I'm like, I will cry like a baby. Like, they look painful as hell.
I'm good to go. Like I said, my wife worked at the hospital, and you know, if I was gonna get it, I would have got it a long time ago. You know what I mean? So, and they, like I said, they've been doing good at the hospitals, and now she vaccinated, so I'm like pissed, you know. So she's like, "Oh, I think I'm going to Mexico." Fuck you, you know. You
It's
can go
like
to Mexico.
you're going to Mexico. I ain't going to Mexico.
I ain't going no fucking way. She can go to
Right.
Mexico. You know, she can go visit her sister and shit. She all vaccinated now. She can
I
do
love
what
how
she
you said, fuck you. My wife's vaccinated, meaning she's safe. You're going to Mexico to visit your sister. Fuck you. Like, come on, man. You're an asshole.
But she's going on vacation, bro. I'm upset. Guess where I'm stuck? I'm stuck here feeding the dogs and cats.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
don't
true
like none of
because
them.
Could, like, God forbid she gets anything in Mexico. Like, she's fine, but then she comes to Bam and like little innocent Bam. You know,
right. I'm high risk over here, people. I'm old.
That's why you're left behind, bro. That's his bubble right there. He doesn't even leave. He sleeps behind that.
She honestly, she don't want to go because she gonna. No matter how you look at it, she got to quarantine when she comes back, right?
right,
You know?
right, and then pay for the hotel and stuff. God forbid she's positive or whatever.
You know, and her motto is this: why am I quarantined when I got a fucking house? You get what I'm saying? But she can't come
Right.
because I'm here, right? So it's the problem.
And that's the problem too. It's like, why are you quarantining if you got the vaccine? If the vaccine's effective, why do you have to quarantine?
But the thing is, why quarantine? Can we not over skip it by just taking the test and being, a couple days later saying you're negative and then move on with your life?
No, it's supposed to be it's a 14. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
if you got on the plane,
We're losing you, darling.
when you get off
Bam.
the plane, and you got tested, it wouldn't come up. It won't
Bam,
come
you
up.
gotta
to
repeat
14
that. You
days later.
froze. When you get on the plane,
I'm just saying, if you get on the plane and you got it on the plane, and when you get off the plane and you got tested, it won't come up. It'll come up 14 days later.
from
That's the way I got
that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah.
Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. I don't know. I'm getting angry. I'm getting totally angry.
It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of like the flu because you know if you get sick with the flu, you don't get sick until 3 days later. You know what I mean? You know you won't. Then the next thing you know, you're like, oh, I feel like shit. You got it 3 days ago from somewhere. You know what I mean? I blame kids.
There you go. Bam's the lobster chewing your internet cable, bro.
And I mean, did you guys see that meme that was like, okay, like for example, asbestos, you wear this mask.
Yes.
And to paint a house, you wear this mask.
Yeah.
And then the deadliest virus in history, you just fucking put a cloth on your face.
Gas
like,
and everything. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, we're a year into this. If it's that deadly, where's the fucking whatever 95 masks? Where's our space helmets?
Yeah.
I will walk around with the space helmet. I don't give a shit.
And that's
But, like,
the perfect.
Right? Like I'll pay like hundreds of dollars if that's gonna protect me. Then give it to me, bro.
I agree. What were you saying, Bam?
And I was saying, and that's the perfect example of what I was saying before, that everybody thinks it's airborne when it's not. It's just, you know, you sneeze, it fell on something, if you touch it and you touch your hands and you touch your face, now you got it. You get what I mean? So the mask relatively is for you not to spit it on the table, for me to touch the table afterward and catch it.
Exactly.
That's what the mask is for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I hate wearing the fucking mask.
It's not his favorite of mine either. You know?
Dude,
But,
I don't know.
some days I'm a smoker. Some days I have a real bad halitosis problem. You know what I'm saying?
Have you never had the issue with the mask when they're like, someone goes up to you and they're like, hey, what's up? And you're like, I don't know who the fuck you are with this thing on. And I'm like, yeah. And they have to go, it's me. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Like,
I still don't know who you are.
There was one waitress I stared down for a while. I'm like, but because she looked familiar from her eyes. I was like, well, show me the rest of your fucking face. I think I know you, but so I don't know if she's looking at me thinking she knows me or I look like a fucking creep. I don't know what the difference is. I'm like, I gave up on this. I don't know anybody with masks on now. It is what it is. Fuck.
And the worst is like, you know, human interaction when you run into somebody or there's a nice moment or whatever, you smile. It's like now you're wearing a mask and you smile and it's just like.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the other positives. Did someone ever do something stupid that you made a facial expression and it hit it? I'm like, what an idiot. And I'm like, oh, cool. You didn't see the rest of my face because I was like, I can't even hide my facial expression. I'm like, you're dumb. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, whatever. But yeah, no, but you're right. The whole thing, like I go to a fucking, when I went to a restaurant, it was just, everything is just so weird. This is what killed me. I went to a restaurant and I said, can I get a bottle of ketchup? She's like, well, I can't give you ketchup. I can't give you a bottle. COVID. I'm like, but you gave me plates, forks, knives, a napkin on a table. You gave me a few door handles to touch on the way in, but you can't give me a fucking bottle of ketchup.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The whole place started laughing. I'm like, fuck, wipe the thing out, give it to me, I'll use it. Wipe it. Don't put it on a plate. You know, don't do that. It pissed me off. And then she's like, I have to. I'm like, don't. And then I went to Montana's and I took a picture because they actually gave me a bottle of ketchup. And I went back to that restaurant about a week later and I was like, see, it's not like.
Where's the logic?
Oh my,
Where
there
is
is
the
none. It's out the fucking window. Logic.
Just Lysol wipe the fucking ketchup bottle. Excuse my language, but
No,
great.
it's okay. The language is needed here when we get express ourselves through COVID, you know?
Yeah.
So stupidity is done. You know what I mean? You see the moron that wears gloves that doesn't change them. Like the gloves is killing all the bacteria. It's like dumb. Whatever bacteria is on your gloves now, that's what you're wiping your face with.
It's the same thing as your hands.
It's actually worse. And I'll tell you why. Because when your hands are dirty, you feel like washing them. When your gloves are on, you don't feel that dirt. So you're probably wearing them a little bit too long. You know what I mean? It's gross. Absolutely gross. Yes, it's so stupid. Everything is stupid. COVID is stupid. I can't believe it in my lifetime that we were going to live like this.
And how about the
I'm
people
at work,
that...
I wear my gloves.
Speaking of gloves, how about the people that pull out their phone with their gloves, right, and scroll? It's like, I'm wearing gloves, whatever. They go home without their gloves, and they didn't disinfect their phone. It's the same
100.
bacteria coming back to you.
100.
And that's it.
I've seen people be so COVID cautious. And yo, what's up, Brian? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, no, I've seen people be so COVID cautious, but they're not. If you actually followed them throughout the day, they fucked up 1,000 times. You know what I mean? But
before they leave their house, they already fucked up.
Let's be real. The only thing that COVID came in handy for is for ditching people. You gotta come. I can't, man. COVID, man. I can't. COVID. There's a positiveness there. I can't do that, you know. Ooh, yeah, I can't go there. No. But yeah, it's. I remember going to certain places. There was one place, and I kind of got paranoid. You stuck your face in, and this iPad. So they have this little, you know, where you stick your head in, and they take your temperature. But then, you know, obviously I was fine. But I was like, what if I wasn't fine? Was this motherfucking thing gonna take a picture of me?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I start
You're
thinking
on the no-fly list.
That's my point, man. That's my point. You've seen Timmy's employees, including managers, putting Purell on their hands while wearing their. Yeah, of course. They're disgusting.
Or the worst, you know what? Now that he said that, it's a perfect segue. Like, you go to your fast food, and they want you to hold the fucking thing and punch in your. It's like, why don't you hold it for me? Let me use my knuckles or something. It's like, why do I have to hold it now and spread the germs? Like, just hold it for me. It's like,
it's so true. They reuse the disposable masks that they keep in their pockets.
Yes.
I give up.
Exactly.
I give up. I've seen people pick up their masks when they're off the ground. Actually, what about all the disposable masks that are all over the ground now?
Terrible.
Okay, let me just say something. If it is the most deadliest virus in history, why isn't there like yellow bins where it's like, please dispose your mask, like in every section of the city?
These fire bins.
Yeah, no, but like the way you dispose needles, right? Like, if it's that serious, why is my fucking mask floating at Humber River?
Why is the homeless guy at my corner not scared of taking my money?
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck about COVID though. You know what I mean?
He's been fighting bacteria all his life. He's good to go.
I'm like, bro, I'm not rolling down the window, man. I'm like, he freaks me out. You know what I mean?
I would get a blood transfusion from the homeless guy because he's immune.
Now, facts, man. Facts. That guy's been there one straight year. I'm telling you. Find out what the secrets are. I'm telling you, man. That dude's. Okay, I know this is off topic, but it was a funny thing. I kind of got angry at a homeless guy at night.
What happened? He
just came at the window and he was like 7:30, and I went, "This motherfucker slept in today." And I was up early to go to work. It was kind of like, you know what I mean? I was like, you had a beautiful sleep, and I'm exhausted, and you want money from me. Like, you didn't even hustle. If you were up early, I'd have been like, yo, congratulations, you're up with me. Here's some money. But I don't know.
Everybody need a day off, Joe.
I'm just saying, I was a bit, it brought me a little bit wrong. I was like, what time is it, man? I don't know. I know I look at things fucked up. I get it. But it bugged me a little bit. It just bugged me.
No, I'm pretty fucked up too. Like when I see a homeless guy with a dog, I'm like, this water is for the dog, not for you.
Why do they all have dogs?
That's terrible.
They all have dogs anyways.
I'm a dog person.
So do I. But I mean, I don't get it. I just like, if I can't fucking eat, how do I have a pet with me? You know
I know
what I mean?
that's like red flag number one.
Okay, another topic off topic here. Yeah. Since you're a dog person, how do you feel about people bringing dogs to the restaurant in the patios?
If it's a patio, why not?
Now, I totally disagree because my waitress could be a dog person and sitting there letting the dog lick her hand. Hey, puppy, how you doing?
But that's different. It's like with guests, if my dog's sitting there and he's chilling, fine. But the waitress need to hold a certain standard and a certain level of sanitary whatever. So it's a bit different. Patios only though.
People with dogs ain't all upstairs there, you know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like people that own dogs?
No, he's right. Dog people.
Dog people are not. Think about it. You can tell that people that like dogs are not all upstairs because you can walk into somebody's house and go, "Oh my God, you got a dog," and bend down and let the dog lick your face. But you don't know if this dog is vicious or not. You understand what I'm saying? But you're willing to take that chance, right? So if you get your face fucking bitten off from this dog, because my dog, you come in my house and bend the fuck down, you're getting your face ripped off. You understand? The first thing I tell you, do not pet the dog. You understand? The dog ain't there. You know what I mean? So people who love dogs, quick to go, oh, puppy,
yeah,
don't do that. So
I get what you're saying, Bam, and I'm just saying if it's a patio and you're a guest and your dog is chill, he's just laying there, fine. But a waitress should not be touching no dogs. Should not be touching nothing.
But Bam, you're not gonna bring your fucking dog to the patio though.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. You should know better. If it ain't good with humans and
if
other
I'm allowed
pets,
to do it, why not? Right? You know, people
you're
shouldn't
that
be
guy.
touching. People shouldn't be.
You
want
to bring your own dog there just to make a point.
I wouldn't bring that dog. I wouldn't bring that dog. That dog is crazy. But no, I just, like I said, I just don't want to watch her go pet the dog, this and that. And
I'm going to tell you why it's.
like,
I
I'm
will
a,
leave. No, I will leave. And I'm a dog person. Like, I'm a huge dog person. I'm obsessed with dogs. But if my waitress pets a dog and tries to talk to me, I'm out. Like, I'm out. Like, that's just nasty. That's just like.
I'm going to tell you, I made a delivery. It was at a storage unit. And the boss showed up with his dog. Nice dog, you know what I mean? Comes around. And he took a giant shit beside my truck. And I'm sensitive. Like, I'm stomach sensitive. I'm like, and I still got to go in my truck. And I'm like looking at the owner like, take that shit out. So what if this dog, while I'm eating, takes a shit beside me? Like, it's over. That's why they shouldn't be along on the patio. Because you can't be like, yo, don't take a shit right here.
Now that you bring that up, because I totally forgot about bowel
the dog, I love that.
Movements. You are absolutely right. Now, bringing that to the equation, if the dog doesn't know, right? It's
no, he doesn't know.
So it's like, don't shit where you eat.
That's right.
So you know what? You're right. You're right.
My dog, I
took it back. You're right.
He was little. I used to take him to PetSmart. You're allowed your dog in there, right? Then he decided to pee on everything on the first shelf. Just, and I'm like, oh my God, get him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, on the first shelf. Some dogs fart. Mine does too, you know? But that's the thing.
Terrible.
First shelf. So, I'm walking next aisle. He's peeing so much to the point where there's no more pee coming. I'm like, dude, give it a fucking rest. Like, so now I'm thinking, he comes over and pees on your table, you know? And he's friendly as fuck. He's not fucked up like Bam's dog. But he's gonna piss on something, and how do you explain? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? No, it's unpredictable bringing a dog on the fucking back. But anyways, Ben, what was the reasoning? Why are they doing this?
And don't get me. And that's what they're doing in Nova Scotia. Because they're saying it's a pandemic. You're out walking your dog. Hey, you might want to grab a beer or something on the patio. It's nice weather. And I can understand where they're coming from. Like I said, I'm not against dogs and people and stuff like that. And you're a dog lover. It's just, in certain scenarios, I don't. If anything, get a. You know how down south they got a bar with stools. Have your bar with stools on the street type deal, and you can have your dog there on the concrete, whatever. Have a beer.
Yeah, it's called your front porch.
Right.
It's something set up like that. But you actually going on the patio, sitting down in between tables. And like I said, dogs are unpredictable. So some dogs like people, some dogs don't like people.
It's true. Mine doesn't like everyone. You're right.
So you're sitting there and some guy sitting next to you and your dog just up and just fucking bite this motherfucker for no reason.
What about that one barking little mutt that doesn't shut up?
Oh, well, that's another scenario.
So I think, does anyone else agree? I don't think, I think in theory, like the overall like aspect subject of it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But when you start breaking shit down.
I agree. And I'll just share a quick story. And I agree with Bam actually. Now that we bring it into perspective, because I have a great dog. I have two dogs in my heart. And one time we were at a dog park at Woodbine Beach in Toronto. And there was this girl meditating. She was just sitting there meditating at the dog park because it's by the beach. And my dog doesn't know any better. He pissed on her.
Oh, shit.
She's at his level thinking it's like a fire hydrant. And he just raised his leg and it's like, he doesn't know any better. So what's to say at a patio, you get pissed on?
That's it.
I've been shit on by birds, but I never been pissed on by them. Okay.
But that's the thing. It's your dog's amazing, but these little bit of unpredictability is just. Besides you saying no with a bit of a giggle, like what the fuck else are you supposed to do? Like and those are the things. It's you don't know what they're gonna do, and you're right. My dog, plays with kids, and then there's certain adults he can't stand, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? So it's you can't take that chance taking him to the fucking patio.
I know, right? Because one lunch turns into a lawsuit, and then what?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, even with the service dogs, I'm a little skeptical about them. You know what I mean? I know they've been trained for that, but I'm still a little skeptical because, like I said, that service dog just might not like me. Okay, you get what I'm saying?
Or what about if DMX came with his dog?
Stop that dog.
And then we're all robbed. You know
I'm running.
And that's what he wants you to do, man. That's what he wants you to do.
I'm running. He got pit bulls.
Tell me what you've been up to lately since last time we talked.
Well, since the last time we talked, I lost some weight. I dyed my hair back brown. It was purple. finished my university courses, but now I'm working on, obviously I'm always working on music. I'm a producer, I'm a rapper, whatever. But I'm working on my music video. I don't know the title of my song yet. My song's finished. I just don't know what it's called yet.
Yeah.
But my first music video should be dropping in May.
Nice.
So, just follow me on Instagram, Jacquila Rose Music, and keep 6 on that. And yeah, my first video should be dropping this May. So
now a question. Rapper / producer. Is there one you like more than the other?
No.
No?
No, and it's only because it's just creative energy. It manifests in different ways. Like if I were a baker, it'd be the same thing. If I it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's just different facets of expressing creativity. So I couldn't pick one, to be honest. And that's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because sometimes I'm in producer mode for a couple of weeks. And then for some weeks I'm in writer mode, and then some weeks I'm in both. Like in like one day I could make a beat and write a song within like 2 hours. And then that's some days I'll have writer's block. So it's, there's no favorite. I just love being a conduit of creative energy.
Now, as a producer, are you just a producer for yourself, or are you still willing to produce for others?
That's a great question, because a lot of people hit me up. They're like, yo, where the beats at? Where the beats at? And for a long time,
for me.
Right? And for a long time, I did like giving out beats. But to be honest, yes, I'm selfish. I do it mostly for me.
But it's not selfish, though. It's not. I don't think it's selfish. It's because you're probably also making this beat around you, right? So
Right.
I can see that. It's not selfish. It's just, I know some people are, we know people that are just producers. Bam is just an MC. You're a combination, but you're a combination for yourself. So I get that. It's these beats are for you. So that's all right, though. Would you ever eventually consider maybe, there's a beat you're not feeling, or you can't write to, but it's still a hot beat and you're going to sell it to someone else, or?
No, absolutely. And I do that kind of often. Like sometimes if it's a beat, like if it's a beat that I know I'm not going to make a real song out of it, I'll maybe drop like a little whatever freestyle and put it on my stories. And
Okay.
Beat for sale.
Dope.
Or people will just be like, yo, that's hot. It's like, okay, I'll sell it to you. But if it's for me, then I'll just save it till the end.
Absolutely. Now, when you sell a beat like that, now how does that work? What's the process?
I mean, it depends, right? Because there's like we said on the last interview.
That's right.
There's different levels to it. So you can buy the exclusive rights where it's like, I forfeit all my ownership. It's you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. And then there's like leasing rights where it's like, I still own it.
Yes.
But you can do what you want with it to a certain capacity, to a certain audience, et cetera, et cetera. So usually, and again, it all depends.
Is that paperwork, or is it like, it has to be written in paper, right?
It's all paperwork.
Right.
It's all paperwork, yeah. And it's kind of like, it's attachment. It could have taken me 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, but maybe 10, 15 minutes to make.
Yeah.
But if I like it and like my ego's like, oh, one day, I might sell it for more.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
We knew, we used to know a few guys that make beats back in the day, and they were all exclusive. There's none of this paperwork, none of this, you know what I mean? You remember that, Bam, right? You'd pay a little bit of money, but it was yours. But I remember one time when we actually start working with one at a studio, and he started busting out these amazing beats. So he had some in his vault that he never was selling. You know what I mean? He was
Yes,
in his vault.
exactly.
He had the stack over here that, okay, these are like 50, a couple, 2 for like $100, whatever the case. And then then I remember looking at him like, where were those? You know what I mean?
Yes. And I can so relate to that, because there's, when you're a producer / artist, there's a maybe pile for you. And I have a huge maybe pile, and that's my problem. Like, and like, I don't want to discredit myself, but it's like, as a producer artist, I'm going to keep the best shit for myself, period.
Absolutely.
Period.
There you go.
Absolutely. That's all. That's dope, though. That's dope. I can't do anything. Bam, I don't know. Bam has a mixing problem. Bam, you know how to mix music? Because you got to teach Bam how to mix some music, because he doesn't. Bam, you frozen? You said you can't mix
Say it
music.
Again, I froze. No,
You're good
I've been
now.
trying.
Oh, no.
I'm
I'm going to tell you a quick story. He sent me a mix one time. I called him back. I said, whatever you did. He's like, yeah. I said, do the opposite. That's how bad it was.
God.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, it was.
You went left, go right. I don't know what the fuck it was, but whatever it is, the opposite. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning slowly but surely. Like
No,
I
you're
said,
getting better.
Well, you know
I
what?
just-
Here's
it takes work, man. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, you're right. And here's the thing is like when you're an artist and producer, you need other ears because then you go numb to your own sound. You need an engineer. You need other producers to be like, you know what? It sounds like shit.
But why does something sound so good on my headphones, and when I put it in my car, it sounds fucking garbage?
Exactly.
Because you'll be like, yo, test this out. And I'm like, I'll put it in my headphones. Okay, it sounds pretty good. I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to it in my car. And it's like, what the fucking, what is this? Like, it's, I don't get it. And it has to sound good in your car too, obviously, right? So, I don't know. It's something I don't get. Can you tell me, last time we were talking, you were dropping a track. And was the track called, what is it? The Coldest Winter Ever? Is that, am I right?
Yes.
Tell me a bit about your track.
What's there to say? I produced it. I wrote it. It was more of like a promo track because like I said before, there's a sample on it. So I couldn't put it on Spotify. I mean, I could have, but I like to be legit from the jump. So I don't want to put it there. And then later it's like, oh, it's a sample. Shit. Yeah, exactly. So it was just like a promo track. It was good. Got good feedback from it. And yeah, it's pretty much it.
I was going to play the track, but now I'm not sure if I should play it.
You can play it.
But the thing is, I played some kid's track earlier, and then fucking YouTube flagged me down.
Did they?
They're like, yo, you have like 48 hours. Take that video down. And,
oh, man.
And I wasn't, and I don't even know. So I don't even, but it might have not been a sample, though. It might have been a whole beat, though. I wasn't too sure. And I remember reaching out to bro, and I was like, yo, man, like, your track. Like, I was like, dude. He's like, and all he says was, sorry, man. And I'm like, so I had to take it down. And then end the interview without his video being played, right? And then upload it again, right? I was like, God damn it. But whatever. I'd still take that risk, though. I'll still take it. But thank you for taking the time to come out. I know we've had a blast the first time we were on, and then we're like, we wanted to switch up Wednesdays to be more of a shooting the shit type of podcast, and Mondays towards interviews. And we're like, who's the first guest we get back on? This is the first time we're actually doing Wednesdays like this. And first person we thought was you. You know, punctual, on time.
Honored.
No, it was great. It was, thank you. It was just like, you know, who do we need to get on? We're like, you know what? We go back for all the interviews. Interesting. You know, you speak very well. You know what I mean? The fact that she said she was 2 minutes late. Like, come on. Like, you know, Bam's fucking 30 minutes late. Like 2 minutes. I'll take 2 minutes all day. You know what I mean? So it was such a pleasure. Hopefully, you know, you'll be back. Hopefully you'll come back on again.
Absolutely. Bam, Duss, I got the most respect for you both, my brothers. I'm looking forward to the next session. Just holler at me.
Oh, our pleasure.
We'll do.
We're going to play your track. So it's The Coldest Winter Ever. Peace.
Peace.
The following is dope. Please stand clear of your speakers.
Coldest winter ever. About my bills like Hillary. Oh, you wanna hear my song? Pass to auxiliary. If I ain't on your TikTok, then I finna be. Want that Nissan, pussy boy, I push infinity. See, if you think you a shark, I'm a megalodon. No, you ain't the one, little bitch, you ain't Farrakhan. Matter of fact, listen close, you been fairly warned. Cause you can say what you want, but I ain't never scorned. Lazy with the wordplay. Told me throw it back like it's Thursday. Now he feeling Thursday. He only want me in the worst way, but I kinda do too, so I really guess I'm guilty. More money, more cash, more dollar sign. I'm a body, everybody know alibi. If I don't call you fam, then you ain't a friend of mine. I ain't stupid, I ain't dumb, I ain't asinine. Coldest winter ever. Every word I spit is like a hip-hop quotable. Don't get mad, baby girl, why you emotional? Don't you dare overdose just cause you disposable. I'm the one he with every night till he comatose. All night, Fin nigga natty natty. Champagne all over my buddy buddy. He left to call me mommy every time I call him poppy. Pull nanny out this world like the Anunnaki. Too hot, I can't simmer down. And he ain't talking shots when he say he want another round. So thirsty, I swear to God he finna drown. Yeah, we keep it on the low, we don't make a sound. I keep it juicy like Doja Cat. And he play with the kitty like Baccarat. I'm doing flips on his arm like an acrobat. He keep it wet like a laundromat.